What is going on, YouTube? Thrift School over here, working on some eBay stuff, some Amazon stuff, just packaged up all my orders. Sitting right here, we have a baseball bat, and yes, I'm still packing it this horrible way because I ordered some boxes through USPS.com and they haven't come yet. So I bubble wrap the bat, and then I put 2 poly bags on there, and then I saran wrap it up. Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt, but I do not have the boxes yet. I ordered them, like I said, but they're just taking a long time to get here for some reason. We have an Elevate mask. Oh yeah, that bat I sold for what, like $23? You guys can see it right up here on the screen. I paid $1.54 to $1.75, and it cost me $9 to ship. So I made a decent amount of money on it. Not a lot, but still decent money. This is one of those Elevate training masks. You guys can see it right here. That I believe I paid $5 for at a Goodwill a long time ago. I sent it into Amazon, and then it got restricted, and it was sitting in Amazon's warehouse, and I didn't even know, but it was unfulfillable, so I had to get it shipped back to me, which sometimes is just such a big pain. I paid for it, paid for the shipping into Amazon, gets restricted, have to pay for the shipping back to me, which isn't too much, and then I have to list it up on eBay, and so it was sitting in a box downstairs because this all happened around the time I was moving to this house, and so it was sitting in a random box downstairs, and when I was going through everything a couple weeks ago, I found it, listed it up on eBay. It just sold, so I believe it sold for $35 to $40, somewhere around there, and only paid $5 for it. Had to pay all that shipping back and forth, and it's costing me about $5.20 to ship. So I made money on it, not as much as I wanted to. I think on Amazon it was originally selling for $50, $60. All right, we are now in the kitchen. My camera battery died, but I was talking about this Elevate thing right here. Not really sure where I left off, so you guys kind of know about that. This right here is a vintage Air Jordan, vintage as in 90s, I'm pretty sure, polo shirt. I've had this listed for a long time. I'm just happy to get rid of it. You know, I thought it was going to weigh less than a pound. It actually weighed 1 pound, 0.08 ounces, something like that. So I had to ship it via flat rate envelope. So that did end up costing me a couple bucks more to ship, but I am still happy to get rid of it. We have Ellen Season 2. I've already sold Ellen Season 1, and Ellen Season 2 just sold. All my DVDs, I pretty much pay a quarter, 50 cents or less for, because I buy them in huge lots via local marketplaces. This is a lot of old concert stub tickets. Now, I found a safe in an older video that I showed in a book, and I opened up the book, found the safe, ripped open the safe, and it contained concert tickets, sport tickets, Disney tickets. I already sold the Patriots sport tickets, I sold the Disney tickets, and now these concert stub tickets just sold. So 20 bucks. I have no money invested into them because it was part of a lot. I mean, I guess if you want to count that book, it's 10 cents or so into all of these lots split up. So not bad at all. Happy for that sale. Over here we have 2 more shirts. We have a brand new with tags Under Armour shirt, $25 on best offer. Paid $5, I'm pretty sure, $4 or $5 at a local Goodwill. My Goodwill's actually charged $4 for t-shirts, but I think because it was brand new with tags, they were charging $10. Bought it on half off day for $5, so not bad. And then the last item right here is another shirt. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Oh, it's a Nat Nast. Nat Nast has come way down in price, but I'm happy to sell it. I still have a few more left listed in my store. I really need to start cross-posting everything on Poshmark. That's the thing, like, I have a Poshmark store. Poshmark? Yeah. Don't even know if I'm saying that right. I haven't sold on there in a while. I do have a Poshmark store. I have about 10 items, maybe a little bit more listed on that store. But sales were just not that great, and I was making sure my prices were low, just as low as eBay, if not lower, and things still weren't selling. So I think it was the kind of items that I was throwing on there. I know it's mostly for women's clothing. I mostly sell men's clothing, but I do know that people sell lots of men's clothing on there. I just wasn't having great luck. I think I just need to have more listed, and the more I have listed, of course, the more will sell. If I only had these few shirts listed on eBay and I was waiting for sales, I would have been waiting months and months before I sold anything. That's why I have like 100 pieces of clothing listed up on eBay, because one might sell today, one might sell 5 months from now, but a whole bunch will sell in between, so it doesn't feel like I've been sitting on, you know, just a couple shirts. So I'm gonna go to Goodwill today and see if I can find anything. Here we are, guys, Goodwill. Let's head inside, make some money, get that bread. Is that what the kids call it? Something like that? Alright guys, so here we are inside of the Goodwill. I took a quick look in the glass case and I didn't see anything. But as I walk down these aisles here, you guys are going to take a quick look in my cart and I've already found a few things. We have a $15 or a $12 HP printer, and you guys will see more on that later. We are going to dive into that. I also found 2 Logitech keyboards. Now, I haven't looked into any of this stuff. My theory when I go into thrift stores, I just go down the aisles, I throw everything in my cart, I'll go find a chair somewhere when I'm done shopping and take a look and make sure everything's complete. I just like to do a once over, a twice over of the store and make sure I have everything in my cart. Now I found a Marantz audio piece right here. They wanted $20. And I've always heard Craigslist Hunter, another YouTuber, talk about Marantz stereo equipment. And I figured I would look into it. And this Xbox here right below $8, it's beat to crap, so I left it. But this Marantz thing I was really curious on. Sadly, it just isn't selling for much, as you guys can see on the screen. But this Radio Shack portable cassette recorder, $3, not a bad buy. I had a feeling that was worth some money. Not worth a lot, but it's still worth money. And right below the Marantz was a Pioneer. Again, not worth much. A lot of Pioneer stuff can be worth good money, guys. So definitely just look up the model numbers online while you're out at the Goodwill or whichever thrift store you're at. Found this jewelry cleaner. Kind of interesting to me. I've never really looked into these. It's an ultrasonic cleaner. It's not worth anything, so I had to leave it. But again, guys, just look up every piece of electronics that you see, anything at all. Just find the model number, type it in on eBay, type it in on Amazon, see if it's worth anything. You never know until you look it up. I decided to check out the books, see if I see any textbooks, anything interesting. I found these, and I never ended up looking them up. It's like a hooked on phonics type thing from preschool to grade 4, and they only wanted $1 per book. But when I opened it up, I didn't notice any book inside, but there was a VHS tape, still sealed, but I figured it's VHS, it's probably really old. I didn't see a book in there. Maybe it was just those few papers that were supposed to be in there. I figured it probably wasn't worth much, but maybe I left some money behind. Rule number 1 that I always tell you guys, just look everything up. It would have only taken me an extra 30 seconds to look it up, but me being in a rush, I'm filming stuff, I'm looking around, I just left it behind. Maybe I left money on the table, but books isn't something I normally go through. I do always try to look for textbooks like I found up here. Pearson is usually the brand I look for. Both of those textbooks weren't worth anything. Pearson is usually the newer textbook manufacturer and maker, so that's why I go through those. You can see a little George Foreman grill in here that I found. We're going to be opening up everything shortly and taking a look to make sure the items in my cart are in good shape. So I bring everything over to a table that I normally go and sit down at. This is $12, and look at it, guys. Beautiful, brand new inside. Now I took it out much more than just how I'm showing you, and it was all fresh, brand new. The grill had never been used. There was no grease, nothing like that. So that was a definite buy. Now on Amazon, there's no used sellers, only new sellers. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna price that at. That cassette recorder also nearly new inside, great condition. So of course I'm gonna grab them both. Now let's take a look at these keyboards. Again, brand new. Look at this. Those are still sealed in there. The keyboard itself in great condition. Now the box is not in great condition, but that's okay. It's a Logitech wireless keyboard K350. I sell wireless keyboards all the time. Let's take a look at the other one that I have in the cart right now. This one was a little more tricky. So it comes with a keyboard and a mouse. And look at this. It looks brand new. It looks good to go. Well, I couldn't find the receiver. You need these little wireless receivers that plug into your computer. And so I'm going to show you exactly what the receiver looks like in a second. Even though it looks brand new inside, always keep an eye out for the little bits and pieces. So this little receiver, it's tiny, looks like a USB port thing, and there was only one of them in there in the mouse. Well, come to find out, on the front, it says it can control up to 6 devices. So I figured, wow, you actually only need one of these tiny little pieces and it works for both units. So I almost ended up putting this back, but I'm happy. I looked inside the mouse and I found it, and there's always hiding spots for these things. So this unit obviously has been used. It looks new on the inside, but I took a better look and I'm still going to pick it up because there is good money to be made in these things, guys. I mean, it's crazy. Spend $5, I'll make $10 to $15 on each one of those keyboards. Now, this printer, I opened it up and I see all this green dust and marks everywhere. I thought, well, maybe the ink exploded in there. I don't know. I popped it out and the ink actually looked fine. Everything looked clean on the inside. And, you know, I didn't know if I wanted to mess with it because, well, I have no idea if it works. I'm going to have to order ink, and if it doesn't work after I order the ink, I wasted $12. I realized, wait, I think I saw one of these earlier in the store, and I did. $2, the exact same one that I need. I grabbed it. I'm like, sweet, this is awesome. Exactly what I needed. Throw it in the cart. Come to realize, I look it up on eBay, and it's not worth anything. I probably should have done that first before I went looking all over the store for these items. There's me failing, but I realized it wasn't worth anything. I put it back on the shelf, but these Logitechs are, this George Foreman is, and that cassette recorder is. So I'm going to take a quick look at the clothing. Now, I'm not a huge clothing seller. You guys saw I sold a few items this morning, and this caught my eye. Brand new with tags. Ralph Lauren. They're seersucker pants. They're really nice. Brand new with tags. I mean, every tag you could think of is on there. They want $12. Now, that's not a bad price. You could see they were originally priced at $125. Insane. And they're very clean. They're brand new. They're extremely clean. I looked them up. There is some money to be made here. I left them because I'll wait for half off day. Hopefully they're still here. Another great brand, Duluth Trading Company. They only want $6 for these. Again, there is money to be made. I'm not a huge clothing seller, so I did leave it behind. I'm trying to find more really fast selling things, maybe some Patagonia, some Vineyard Vines, things like that at a pretty low price. And you could see 50% off blue tag. We did find a Patagonia. $5 organic cotton. This is actually for myself. I'm happy to have it. And, you know, am I a sucker for not buying those pants? Let me know down below in the comments. I could always go back and get them. It's not the end of the world to me, but I just don't really sell clothing too much anymore. It takes a long time to sell and it takes up space. I'm trying to free up space and move my items quickly over on Amazon as opposed to eBay. Okay guys, we are back at the house. Right here I'm listing up these Mech Warriors lot of things. I paid $25 for all of these at a garage sale and I don't really know how to price them. So I took all the pictures and the pictures aren't the best because obviously I have stuff right here and I only have one poster board to kind of block off this stuff right here. This is a lot of items, guys. This is 114 figures plus all of these extras up here that I'm just throwing in. And I, created the pictures as best as I could. I might go into Photoshop on the computer and edit out some of the sides. You could see, kind of see the Xboxes over there. But I might edit that out. I'm not sure 100% what I want to do. But there's my title, kind of basic. I don't really know much about them. I'm pretty sure it's Dark Age because I see Dark Age up here, and I think that's what these figures are for. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what almost every listing says in the title, so I'm going off of that. Very basic description, just talking about what the items are, and I priced it at $200 with best offer and free shipping. So $200. I mean, I would definitely take much lower offers. I see there was a lot of 67 figures that sold for $75 to $80. Couldn't find the exact listing, but here is a pretty close estimate of what it's worth. So this is double that. This is more than double that. And, well, no, almost exactly double that. Plus it has all of these extras up here. So I figure if I get an offer of like $150, I'll definitely take it. Maybe even less. I don't know, guys. So here we go. I'm going to list the item and hope I get some bites. We'll see what happens. We'll give it some time. I was going to pop it up on auction, but I decided not to do auction and just do buy it now with best offer. I do that a lot, and hopefully it works out this time. So here's everything right in the back of the car. Picked up this George Foreman for $12. Guys, you saw it. It was practically brand new in there. I pulled it out of the plastic and made sure that the grill was never used, and it was never used. Gonna make some solid money on that. Only paid 12 bucks. Picked up this portable cassette recorder from Radio Shack. Again, like new, still in the plastic, still everything looking good on there. So I paid $3. I didn't look on Amazon, but I checked eBay, and these guys sell for $25, $30 all day long. So that was a no-brainer on eBay. And then these two guys are going to be Amazon sales, and they're like new inside of these as well. The box is heavily damaged, but that's okay. The products inside are extremely clean. So these are getting shipped off to Amazon, paid $5 a piece. So and I bought that Patagonia that you guys saw at the very end there for myself. It's a very nice Patagonia for $5. I would take that all day long. Organic cotton, I love those things. So I paid $30.30 total for all of this. I'm gonna make well over $100. You guys see the total on the screen right here, exactly my projected profit. It is pretty awesome that I was in there for, I don't know, 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes even, and I was able to snag all of this. Pretty quick sells. Both these are going to sell almost instantly. This might take a little bit of time over on eBay. And then the George Foreman, there's no used sellers, I believe, on Amazon. I might put it up on eBay. I'm not sure, but based on the new price, if I just come in a little bit cheaper, I could definitely see myself selling this bad boy. So really happy about that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions at all. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is Thrift School signing out. See ya.